Welcome to Learning by Doing with Praveen Kandan. This is Praveen. This is Java exception handling playlist. We will learn exception handling concepts from the scratch. This is Java exception handling session number 17. File not found exception. If you're confident about learning, then like the video and subscribe to the channel. Please click the bell icon and select all notification options. Don't choose personalized option. You may miss some session updates. Let's get started. In our previous session, we have discussed about introductory exception in detail man. Next, we'll discuss about the file not found exception. So first, try to understand what is meant by file not found exception. It is a checked exception that occurs when Java tries to open a file that does not exist or can't be accessed. So when it is happening, when open the file does not exist. Example, in our Eclipse, we are giving the file location as C colon Java exception. I'm opening my C disk now. There is no folder like Java or something. Okay, in the name of Java, there is no folder. See, here, this is what you have clearly mentioned C disk Java exception. So now back to the definition. It's a checked exception that occurs when Java tries to. Okay, we are not telling that each and every it will happen, may or may not be happening. In case if it is happening, that's what I'm explaining now. That occurs when Java tries to open a file that does not exist or can't be accessed, the same thing. So it will be directed at compile time by the Java compiler. Okay, so even though the file is present, for safer side, it will check. Okay, so whether you're handling that exception or not, because we can't give the guarantee like definitely there'll be a file present or file may not exist. We can't tell like that. Okay, file exists or file may not exist. So for safer side, how we handle the introduction, we should handle that exception. So that is what I telling detected compile time by the Java compiler. When you try to opening a file, I'm not sure that file exists. Be prepared, like a red alert. Last session, what I told, red alert you are giving. So like that here, we are giving the red alert. So to ensure safe file handling and compile time protection, compile time itself, you are protecting or not. Example, in this program, I'm giving that file input stream object, and object reference variable is file. So what that error is coming here? Unhandle. Okay, file never is closed. We just avoid that and all. Okay, that's just a warning. So, but a good program practice always to close it. So that's the reason they're telling here. So if I'm doing the close, see the bug now. Unhandle exception type file not exception. Then again, what is happening here? Unhandle exception type IO exception. Okay. The main thing now we are discussing file not found. Okay. There is no syntax error like introductory exception. There is no syntax error, but compilation error. What is that? Unhandled exception type file not of exception. Safer side, because if the even though file is present, we should handle the exception, because if that file is not exist, that is file is not present, so we should handle that scenario. Am I right? Otherwise, JVM will throw an exception. You have to handle that exception and then safeguard that remaining rest of the code should work. Rest of the code should work. Okay. So first we'll discuss unhandle the check exception. So now only we have mentioned that file input stream. Okay, here for a reference, I'm changing it as a file reader. Also file reader. The forthcoming session will discuss file concept. Now just try to understand what is happening. See here, file reader is there. Only one compilation error can't result. Okay. Even if you're giving the same name also data.text. See here, what is happening? Unhandled exception type is coming here. You should handle it. So we for that I'm giving file reader here. Then only you'll get a suitable errors. Yeah, can able to see this? Yes, previously you're not getting that. We have used a file input stream. Now you can able to see that unhandled exception type file not found exception. Actually, as per the syntax, everything is right. But what you're not doing that, What's the mistake here? We are not handling this exception because like sleep method, this method also having the default throws, and then file not found exception is there. Okay, we all discussed like sleep method. As per the definition itself, it looks like this. Who is calling this method? That person should handle it. So who is calling this file reader? So that method, who is that main function, should handle it. That's the problem here. This is what they're telling. Unhandled exception type, file not found exception is occur. Okay, because the file definition looks like this. File reader throws file not found exception internally it looks like this. Okay, they already defined like this. Declared throws file not found exception. I will not handle the problem if file is missing. Mark my word, if file is missing, I will not handle this problem. So caller must handle it. Who is calling this method should handle it. So what risk does compiler detect means file does not exist. The name of Java folder, sample or text, that file name is not present. We can't handle it. So wrong file name. The file name is wrong. Wrong file path. No permission to access. So since Java can't guarantee file availability, because here it's we can able to clearly see this data dot text or a C colon. I'm giving something like a C colon Java exception. You can give guarantee. Am I right? Because there is no folder like this. C colon Java exception. There is C disk Java. We are not having any exception file here. We can able to see this here. So this is what they are telling safer side. Okay. File does not exist, wrong file. We can't give the guarantee to this file or routine. So responsible chain is file reader method if you are calling. Okay, constructor is calling that nearby we having the main. Okay, who is calling that? Because already the definition looks like this. Throws file not from this exception. So caller must handle this. Who is calling this main method? So main method is called by the programmer. So the programmer should handle it. Okay, compiler transfers responsibility to the developer. So developer should handle this. Developer should handle this exception. So before execution, it will check syntax is correct. Yes, code is also valid, but environment may cause failure. Environment may cause failure because of this wrong path or something. Okay, handled exception type file not found exception. Here also you're getting the same error. Next, what they're telling. So Java ensures safer side before execution itself, before runtime execution itself, it will be prepared. We should handle it. Two ways to handle the file not found exception as usual: try catch and then using throws. Try catch is recommended because then and there you are providing the solution. Then and there you are providing the solution. Now I will show the solution for this program. Okay, for this compilation error unhandled exception type, I'll show the solution now. Watch it carefully. What I'm doing now. So here I'm placing that risky operation line number 11 to line number 11 to here in this block. I'm giving the line number 10 file input stream file equal to new. I'm placing if this exception is occurring, exception is thrown here only in case that file is not present, because in our program we can directly tell that there is no file like this C colon Java exception. So when the exception is thrown, it will be, it will check where is that. Okay, Jamie will check is there any catch block. Yes, we are having that catch block. What is that? File not found exception. It's matching. So then the output is exception handle. Then the output is exception handle. See here. So see here. So exception is handled executing because that exception is happened because there is no file name in the name of G colon Java exception. Next program terminated. Okay, the rest of the code is executing. In case, important point, mark my word. In case if you are not handling this exception, I'm giving here arithmetic exception. Arithmetic exception, no error in that. Error itself, it's showing unhandled exception. Can you able to see this? Because it should handle by, am I right? It should handle by the file. Okay, to try catch block or the throws. So what I should do here, I should use the file not found exception. Now only it will matching compilation time itself, the error is solved. So that then we are getting the output as exception handled and then program terminated. I hope I clear this method one, exception handled locally. Next, using throws, second method. So first method, you are giving the solution directly, then and there you are solving the problem, or otherwise you are carry forward. Who is calling that method? They will handle it by the help of declaring the keyword throws, passing responsibility. Okay, I'm cut down this try block and all. Will not work now. See here, doing file opened. So what I should do, if I'm not handling it, it will throw an unexpected exception. So I should give the file reader properly. This also file reader. See now read out this line. What is that? Okay, properly I'm closing this file down. Close. Now read out this error. Both areas it give the unhandled exception, unhandled exception. Second method now we are going to try it. What is that? Nearby main method. I'm declaring the exception name. What is that? File not found exception. Who is calling that function? They will take care about it. They will take care about that. That is what you are telling here. You're not giving the solution, but who is calling that main function in future? They will handle this. They will handle this. Okay. Next, one more exception is coming now. What is that? If you are opening, you should close it properly. Compile time itself, they are checking. Okay. Even if I'm not giving, you just give that warning on. Okay. File is never closed. So for that purpose, if you are closing it, you should handle this exception also. Unhandled exception type. Unhandled exception. So nearby that you should handle with the try or catch block. Always a good practice. Or otherwise give the method throw IO exception. Throw IO exception. So it will commonly handle both these things. Okay, it will commonly handle this because who is calling this main method? The caller will handle that. IO exception giving it is applicable for both file reader and file close also. Single shot you are giving the solution. Very clear. So again, if I'm deleting this line, you'll get the error. What is that? It is not imported, can't be resolved time. So for that purpose, you have to import the package. Example, how we are using import java.util.scanner like this. To utilize this file reader, you have to import that java.io.file reader. Now the problem is sorted out. We'll exit. You can able to exit the output. File open. Okay, but reasons here why file opened is not displaying, because we are not handling the exception. I'm not giving the solution, that I'm just compromising the compiler. Throws IO exception, who is calling this function, that person will handle it. Still now the problem is not sorted out. So jvim will throw an exception by default. What is that? Java.io.file not found exception. So I should provide the solution means I should place this code in a try block. See here, try. Okay, Indian catch. Have to handle this exception. What is that? What type of exception you are throwing? That exception you should take it. Okay, I'm giving now, instead of throws, I'm going to give that there is a giving the directly here IO exception E. See here. Okay, here I'm not opening. I'm just solve the problem. Exception handled. New exception is going to throw. I'm going to handle it and then save the remaining lines of code. Going to save the remaining lines of code. Okay. So what I'm doing is system.out.println program terminated. Remaining line should work, because if I'm exiting the previous way, the rest of the code is not exiting because I'm not handle the exception. This time, the rest of the code will executes. Even that file is not present, see here exception handle, and then program terminal. This is executing. Okay. But previous way, if you're trying, what will happen? I'm just copy paste this line only for understanding purpose. We are not handling the exception, simply throwing an exception. So I'm not using this try block and all. See here, program terminated will not work because I'm just declaring the exception and compromising the compiler only feature while I'm calling this function will executes. See here, rest of the code line number 10 is not executed. Reason is you are just declared the exception, not handling that exception. This is the method 2. I hope this detailed explanation is clear to you. Responsibly passed to the JVM because you are not handling this exception. Now it is assigned to JVM. JVM will put the default message. What happens at runtime means if the file is present, file open successfully, message will come. Program continues normally, file open. In case if it is not present, okay, like this, file is missing, file not found, exception thrown. If not got, okay, if you're not using the try catch block, JVM will take care about and then responsibility is taken by JVM. It will print the default message, file not found exception. Best example, library book scenario. If you ask the librarian, give me Java book.pdf, yes, possible outcome, book available means you'll receive the book, continue the reading. Otherwise, what will happen? Book is missing, book not found. That message is book not found. That is what here also we are getting file not found exception, file not found exception. So asking for the book, that is you opening a file. Book is missing, file absent. Then what will happen? Librarian warning exception. So handle that using try catch, or you can go with the throws keyword. That's up to you, the solution. Whether immediately you want the solution, you can go with the try catch block, or otherwise you can go with the throws. So someone will handle that, the caller will handle that exception. So why Java design like this means depends upon the external environment. File may be deleted, path may be changed, permission may fail to. For Java forces developed to write safe programs like this. So you have to declare the exception or you should handle the problem. Okay. So new file reader data that is data.text means Java checks availability, file exists, continue, otherwise exception thrown. Who finally handles means try catch block by the developer will write it or throws in main function. Here I am not using any try catch block, so JVM will take care about it. If I'm not handling what will handle the compilation error will come. Okay, what will happen? Compilation error. See here that compilation error unhandled exception type. This is what happened if I'm not doing this. Try catch if we are using so that handled by the developer. Throws in main function when will come. If the developer is not writing the or handling this code, JVM will take care of that. If no one is handling, okay, compilation error will come. These are the key points. File operations are risky. Compiler does resist early itself. Okay, early prediction. This may or may not be that file exists. Okay, so file not found exception is a checked exception. During the compile time itself, we can find it. So two options, either handle it or declare it. This is the safer side. Opening a file is uncertain. There is no guarantee about that file is present. So Java forces preparation before execution. This is the key point. So in the forthcoming session, we'll discuss about which method is preferred, try and catch or throws. If you found this session useful, then like the video, subscribe channel for more updates. Please share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.